Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, today we're tackling something pretty big in the online business world, this whole promise of automated passive income through Amazon KDP. Anyone who's, dipped their toes into self-publishing knows it's usually a real grind. The writing, the editing, and the formatting. Don't get me started. So we're diving deep into the sources behind Royalty Profits AI. This is a system from Dimitris Papadopoulos and Alex Krulik. And look, their claim is, well, it's bold. They're saying they've basically crushed the whole publishing process down to 6 minutes. 6 minutes for a finished, ready-to-sell book. Our job here isn't just to repeat that, it's to really pick it apart. Is this real, or is it just, clever marketing?
Minute number definitely grabs your attention.
Yeah.
Right? But for anyone who knows KDP, the rules, the quality checks,
Yeah.
it instantly makes you kind of pause. So this deep dive, it's really about figuring out if this automation truly replaces all the human effort and what the, let's say, hidden costs might be. Not just money, but the cost of pure speed and volume in this AI-driven space.
Core claim connects directly to that, taking what used to be weeks, maybe months, and hundreds of dollars. They mentioned $500 plus for design, formatting, and squishing it into 6 minutes. That time saving alone, if it's true, could make even tiny royalties per book add up right well.
Right. And they apparently built this on something that was already working, just slower.
Yeah.
Dimitris Papadopoulos, one of the creators, he struggled with the old way, finding niches, all that. His breakthrough back in 2024 was using AI manually, just for, ideas, outlines, drafting chapters, even doing it by hand with AI tools only took him about 30 minutes a book, apparently. And he started seeing results, pretty much, they say, over.
He tested the concept first, the 30-minute manual AI approach. It worked. Then, bringing in Alex Krulik was about automating that process, taking the proven 30 minutes down to 6, getting rid of, as they put it, the pain of manually doing everything, all the clicking, copying, pasting.
Yeah, and the cost structure here is, well, it's pretty interesting. Something you, the listener, really need to grasp. The software makes you provide your own API keys for ChatGPT, Dell-E, those kinds of services. That's not just a technical footnote. It's actually quite strategic.
Bring their own keys. How's that an advantage?
Well, two big reasons, I think. Cost and probably compliance. First, cost. Using your own key means the creation cost is tiny. They're talking maybe 2 to 10 cents a book, or under 50 cents for a whole 100-page book if you skip images. It avoids those pricey credit systems other tools use, where you're locked into their pricing.
Okay. Cost. What's the second reason? Compliance.
Yeah, compliance. By using your API key, technically you are the one generating the content via your account with OpenAI or whoever. It potentially keeps things clearer regarding AI policies, which, are always changing. You're paying the AI provider directly for the generation.
Yeah.
It sidesteps some issues.
Cost, potentially huge speed. So let's walk through it. How does this system actually go from just an idea to a fully formatted book in supposedly 6 minutes?
Okay. Step one is basically market research, but automated. They have this built-in research tool. It's meant to find profitable niches, low competition stuff. So you're not just guessing. You might look for, say, popular health and fitness books from the last 6 months that are doing well but maybe aren't super crowded.
Okay, automating research, that alone is a huge time saver. Okay, then what?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Then comes the actual content part. It can generate stuff from just a keyword, which is, pretty standard for AI now.
Gotta have.
And you pick your book type. They offer over 25 options, fiction, nonfiction, kids books, cookbooks, you name it. And you set the parameters, like page count 5 to 180 pages. Tone, purpose, target audience. That customization is pretty important so they don't all sound the same, presumably.
It's more innovative or risky, depending on how you look at it.
Okay.
It can also generate content by analyzing an existing short URL.
Uh-huh.
Or even, get this, converting a video source directly into an ebook PDF, like from a YouTube. Whoa, hang on. Pulling content from existing URLs or videos. How does that not immediately run into massive problems with originality? KDP is super strict about duplicate content scraping. That seems like you're playing with fire just to be fast.
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a huge risk. The software likely claims to use generative AI to, synthesize or rewrite the information, not just copy it. But ultimately, the responsibility falls on the publisher, on you, to check that output, make sure it's original enough. Your job shifts, you see. It's less about writing, more about verifying the AI's work and tweaking those inputs carefully to, well, hopefully avoid getting your account flagged. The human oversight is still critical there, even if it's faster.
Major caveat there. Assuming you get past that hurdle and you have the draft content, The software then tackles the metadata. That's usually another big take.
Exactly. All that KDP backend stuff. SEO optimized descriptions, finding the right KDP categories, which is notoriously tricky, generating a plausible author bio. You can even link that bio to an existing Amazon author page if you have one, for a bit more credibility. This part automates away hours of just fiddly optimization work.
And then the finishing touches, the cover, the formatting. They mention using 3 different AI models for covers, DALL-E 3, GPT Image 1, and something called Nano Banana. Why 3?
Good question. Probably for variety and maybe better quality control. Relying on just one AI image generator can sometimes lead to very recognizable, samey-looking AI art. Using 3 gives you more stylistic options, hopefully resulting in something that looks a bit more unique, more professional.
Right.
And once the cover's done, it formats the manuscript. PDF for print, EPB for digital. They say it handles standard sizes like 6x9 trade paperbacks, lets you pick fonts, all that. Gets it ready for upload.
And it handles multiple languages, too. That seems like a big deal for scaling.
It is. They list support for 11+ languages: Spanish, French, German, Japanese, Korean, Chinese, Arabic. Being able to instantly push a book out into multiple global marketplaces without paying for translation, that's a serious potential advantage.
Okay, so the speed, the features, they sound impressive on paper, but does it actually make money? Let's circle back to the results. We have the creator's $409 number, but what about others?
Right. The sources highlight a beta tester, Cynthia Wade. Her results are presented as, well, rapid proof. She apparently created 14 books in just 4 days. This was October 15th to 19th, 2025. Super recent.
4 days. Wow. Okay, did they sell?
In that 4-day window, the stats shown were 305 total orders, 288 processed orders, and 87 key ENP pages read.
ENP. For listeners, that's Kindle Edition Normalized pages. Basically, how many pages Kindle Unlimited subscribers actually read. So 87 pages read in 4 days isn't huge, but it shows some engagement right away, doesn't it? The books were getting discovered, at least.
Exactly. It indicates they weren't just sitting there dead on arrival. They were entering the ecosystem, getting some initial reads. The velocity is the key takeaway there.
And it seems like the package isn't just the software itself. There's a whole strategy baked in, right? Training materials?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because just churning out content isn't enough. You need traffic. You need ways to monetize beyond just the basic royalty. So the training includes stuff like affiliate link integration. The demo apparently showed a ClickBank yoga offer being automatically woven into the book's content where it made sense.
Automatically. How smart is that? Does it just dump links randomly, or does it understand the context, like putting a yoga link in a yoga book?
It seems to aim for contextual relevance, yeah. The idea is to create another passive income stream right inside the book, totally hands-off once it's set up.
Okay. Clever if it works smoothly.
Yeah.
What else is in the training?
They also mentioned specific traffic strategies. Kind of vague names like a secret overnight selling strategy and a $5 ad hack. The details aren't fully laid out in the sources, but the point is they're including some kind of basic marketing plan to get eyes on these quickly produced books. Low-cost tactics.
And are these tactics working? Any evidence of actual rankings?
The sources do show some examples. Books achieving decent ranks quickly in the Amazon store. One new book was apparently ranked around 3,900 in the U.S. marketplace shortly after launch. Getting into the top 4,000 that fast, especially if it's a competitive category, is actually pretty good. It suggests the automated metadata and maybe those quick traffic hacks are having some initial impact.
So it's finding the niches, creating the content, adding monetization, getting it ranked, which brings us to the final piece, the part they call the real game changer.
Yeah, the automated KDP upload.
This always felt like the final hurdle. Even with perfect files, just typing everything into the KDP dashboard title, keywords, categories, description, uploading the files, setting price that still takes time, maybe 15-20 minutes per book if you're careful.
Right, and that adds up if you're doing dozens of books. So this software reportedly fills all that in for you, directly into your KDP account. The crucial phrase they use, though, is that it does this in a very human way possible, mimicking the steps a person would take.
Okay, let's unpack that. Mimicking human way possible. Amazon hates bots. They shut down accounts using unsanctioned automation for uploads all the time. How can they be so sure this system won't trigger alarms? Isn't automating everything except the final click still automation? That sounds legally gray, or at least policy gray.
It absolutely is the biggest risk factor here, I think. They're essentially gambling that because the process mimics human data entry's sequential fields, maybe pauses, and because you, the user, are physically there to hit the final publish button, it'll fly under Amazon's radar. But you're right, it's pushing the boundaries of KDP policy. The more you automate that final step, the closer you sail to the wind. There's definitely a risk of account suspension if Amazon detects it and decides it violates their terms.
Especially with the commercial license they offer. You mentioned that earlier.
Yeah, the licensing tells a story. Basic license is just 3 campaigns, like 3 book projects per month. But the commercial license, 10 campaigns a month. Plus, it explicitly grants rights to sell books to clients and use it for agency purposes. That's clearly designed for mass production, accepting the risk for higher volume.
And they're pushing urgency, too, mentioning price increases for both licenses coming up soon, October 29th, 2025. Standard marketing tactic, but if it's the high-volume model.
Exactly. The commercial tier treats KDP publishing less like authorship and more like, well, a manufacturing pipeline. Asset creation at scale.
Okay, so let's try and wrap this up for the listener. Royalty Profits AI, fundamentally, it's trying to just obliterate every barrier to entry for KDP. Time, writing skill, technical formatting skills, the cost barrier, even the final manual upload process. It's aiming to be an end-to-end, high-speed creation machine.
That's the core idea. It's the strategy, the niche research, the monetization angles combined with extreme automation. They're offering a complete roadmap, not just a tool. And they're backing it with some evidence, the creator's journey, but more compellingly maybe, those rapid results from beta testers like Cynthia Wade, creating 14 books in 4 days. That's the potential they're selling.
Which leads us to the final thought for you, the listener, to really think about.